Good evening and welcome to Monday Night Politics Meet the Candidates, presented by the Dallas Examiner. I'm Molly Finch Belt, publisher of the Dallas Examiner. The Dallas Examiner has presented Monday Night Politics for over 12 consecutive years prior to elections. The Dallas Examiner does not endorse candidates. We seek to inform the community so that when they go to the polls, they are informed voters. All candidates who provide their email addresses on their applications when they file for office are invited to participate in Monday Night Politics. Monday Night Politics is not a debate, it's a forum designed to inform the community about the candidates' qualifications, their platform, etc. We could not present Monday Night Politics without our sponsors, who are nonprofit organizations, and they do not endorse either. In addition to Monday Night Politics, our website, www.dallasexaminer.com, has a section for voter education. Here you'll find current information about voting. Visit www.dallasexaminer.com. I would be remiss if I didn't mention two people who have worked with Monday Night Politics Meet the Candidates behind the scenes for over 12 years. The first person is Robin Jimenez, Vice President of Production and Editorial at the Dallas Examiner. The other person is Christy Thomas, Monday Night Politics Advisory Committee. We are happy tonight to have as our moderator Charles O'Neill. Charles is president of the Texas Association of African American Chambers of Commerce, and he was the first editor for the Dallas Examiner when the newspaper was founded by my father in 1986. Thank you for attending the forum tonight.
And welcome back to Monday Night Politics, brought to you by the Dallas Examiner. We have had an extended program for tonight, but we want to make sure that you know all the candidates who are running for these races that are typically at the bottom of your ballot. So we have tonight with us candidates for Dallas County Constable, Precinct 3. We have Mr. Henry Curry and Mr. DeMondre Montgomery. So thank you both so much for being here. We have 2 minutes for opening statements, and we're going to go in alphabetical order. Mr. Curry, you're up next.
Good evening. I am Henry Curry, your candidate for Dallas County Constable Precinct 3. I have served the citizens of Dallas County for a little bit over 25 years, most recently in the capacity of Assistant Chief. As Assistant Chief, I oversaw daily operations, training, and staff management. I also assisted in budget preparation, policy procedures, standards and guidelines, and audit compliance. I am the only candidate that has experience in every facet of the constable's office. I've worked in civil, I've worked warrants, I've done traffic, I've done writ enforcement, where we seized and sold property to satisfy judgments. I've been a deputy, I've worked in supervision as a sergeant, and I most recently worked in administration as assistant chief. So I have the experience that's needed. This position does require experience. Okay, I have Master Peace Officer certification. I have mental illness certification through TCODE. I'm a certified mental illness specialist, and that is one area within the constable's office, okay, that a lot of people don't talk about. But as the sergeant at Precinct 2, one of the things I did there was I mandated that all the deputies at that time receive the required mental illness training so that they can go out and have the proper training that's needed to handle those mental illness situations. So that's one thing I do believe in. So I feel like experience is definitely needed in this position, and I have that experience. And I would appreciate your support and your vote, so I would just like to ask you to hurry, to go all the way down the ballot and vote for Henry Curry. And I challenge you to please read my website, review my website, www.curryforconstable.com, review my experience, look at my platform, my credentials, see my experience and my background, and see what I have to offer to the citizens of Precinct 3. I would appreciate your support and your vote. I'm number 1 on the ballot. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Mr. Montgomery.
Hello. First, I'd like to start off and thank you guys for allowing me to come and speak to you this afternoon. My name is DeMondre Montgomery. I'm candidate for Dallas County Constable Precinct 3. Once elected, I'll be the youngest law enforcement official in the state of Texas history. At 23 years of age, I have gotten a plethora of awards, all the way from state senators to congresswomen, etc. The list goes on. I graduated from Cedar Hill Collegiate High School, a prestigious high school in Cedar Hill. A graduate from that high school, I also obtained my associate's degree upon graduation. But it didn't stop there. From there, I started a security company in the city of Dallas. I operate out of Precinct 3. My security company, under my leadership, we have successfully taken several apartment complexes in high crime areas, in the 5 Point area, and a plethora of other areas off of the City of Dallas known program as SAFE. SAFE is a program within the City of Dallas where they're basically, if crime continues in that city or crime continues in that area, they will be sued by the city, and the city will take possession of that property. I'm asking for you guys' support. I'm asking for you guys' vote. I'm number 2 on the ballot. The first shall be last and the last shall be first.
Stay there for the first question, Mr. Montgomery. You heard in Mr. Curry's opening statement about experience in that role. You've talked about your experience in alleviating crime in the area. Talk about how you'll apply that to the constable's role.
Basically, as a security company, we deal not only with criminal, but we deal with the civil aspect of law enforcement as well. A security company, we are the first set of people that deal primarily in apartment complexes mainly. When we do deal with these, we're the people that's giving out these notice to vacates that come from the apartment complex prior to them even going up and filing for evictions inside the apartment complex. With the knowledge that I have and the experience that I've seen inside of these apartment complexes, I built my campaign on character, commitment, and compassion. I'm committed to the citizens of Dallas County, not only in my area, but also the other areas. I have the compassion that is needed for this position due to the fact that I do see a lot of times once these people are evicted, they have no place to go. The constable's office is the last set of people, that last law enforcement that the people see prior to being kicked out of their homes. And with that experience that I have, and with the knowledge and the expertise that I have and the people that I've met and gained a friendship with, I'm able to partner with and provide resources to citizens once they do get their final notice, basically.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Thank you so much. Mr. Kerr, kind of talk about how you'll apply the experience. I even heard you say you worked in another precinct. How you'll apply that experience if elected to the role.
If elected, I'm what you will call one of the few subject matter experts within Dallas County in the constable's office. When I say subject matter expert, I mean I'm an instructor. I teach basic civil process, which is the core duty of the constable's office. And it's very important that you have knowledge in that aspect, because there's certain statutes and guidelines that as constables we have to go by. So what we do is we go out and we serve civil process. Now, we are peace officers, we can make arrests and do all that, but our main goal is to serve a civil process. And that's not something that you just learn overnight. It's an extensive training program that we have to go through. It's a lot of statutes and mandates that we have to be made aware of. And in my capacity as assistant chief during the pandemic, I stayed in close contact with the Dallas County Civil DA's office, where all the federal guidelines were handed down, and the Texas Supreme Court was coming down, and we would pass those, and I was able to pass those instructions on down to the deputies. So it is important to have experience. Security experience is not the same as law enforcement experience. They're two different areas. Now, I have security experience as well. I did that before I got in law enforcement, but I have completed the academy. I am a certified peace officer now, working in this capacity, and I know my job, and I'm here to serve the citizens of Dallas County.
Very good. 2 minutes for a closing statement.
Okay. Once again, I just want to reiterate, I have the experience to do this job. I've served the citizens for 25 years. I've worked in every capacity, every facet within the constable's office. This is not something you can just come in and learn as you go. This is not one of those kind of deals you want to put someone in office who's got to kind of do on-the-job training. You want to put someone in office who on day one can start working for the citizens of Dallas County and hit the ground running, implementing things and practices and procedures that's going to make the county work more efficiently and effective. The program that Constable Gibson spoke about, I was one of the instrumental spearheads in that soft code program, so I'm very familiar with that. I'm familiar with everything going on within the constable's office. Experience is very important, it is required, it is needed, and we need to make sure that we get people in positions who are qualified. And I think that's one of the things where you have issues with constables right now. We need qualified people in office to hold these positions. I am qualified. I would appreciate your support and your vote. And again, I'm Henry Curry. Please view my website and review my credentials and what I have to offer and bring to this community. And I'd appreciate your support and your vote. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Mr. Montgomery, 2 minutes for a closing statement.
Once again, my name is DeMondre Montgomery, candidate for Dallas County Constable Precinct 3. Basically, I did want to touch on one last thing, experience. Experience does matter. That is the truth. Experience does matter. But also solution matters. Caring matters. And those are two things that I have. I come in with solutions. If I see a problem, I have a solution for that problem. It doesn't take me time. It doesn't take me 20, 30, or 40 years to come up with a solution for problems that I see in my community. As a product of this community, there are solutions that I would like to put into place. I'm DeMondre Montgomery, second on the ballot. Please consider me for your vote as Dallas County Constable Precinct 3.
Thank you so much. We have our candidates, both challenging an incumbent that's on the Republican side of Dallas, Mr. Henry Curry and Mr. DeMondre Montgomery. Thank you so much for being here. Next up is Precinct 4. Hey.